So I texted her, but should I call her?
It snowed in Hawaii the last one.
I mean, we can wait until we
Get to it too.
get to it.
Maybe she'll have responded by then.
Have been dealing all weekend, so we had to get a different car.
Oh no.
They totaled it on Friday from her deer.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, was there, eh?
It was over 75% of the value.
Gee whiz.
Really?
It was the big one.
Oh, now your
I
insurance
didn't think it
will
looked
go
that
up.
bad.
Well, it bad enough to, the parts were $7,000.
Yeah, I know, well, and then your labor taking it all off.
So she got a hybrid this time.
Sure.
Try that out.
Yeah, she puts on some miles, doesn't she?
Has joined.
All right, we'll say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes and agenda as presented.
I'll second.
Motion Derby and second from Smith to approve the minutes and agenda. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Auditor's office will discuss drainage matters.
I don't have anything new. I have all the petitions being worked on, so I'll be here.
Do you remember, did you ever get a bill from Chad on DD 11? Remember last fall we were gonna have those fixed?
I don't recall right now.
Okay. Just curious if they got done or not.
I don't know. I can't even think of what's
So
on
last
there.
time not too long after that, he sounded like he was gonna do it, but
Okay.
never
He
heard
was
anything.
in last week, and Jeff Nelson had not even contacted him about that.
Oh.
2 bridges. He didn't know anything about it,
Okay,
so
so it was hot for a moment.
evidently.
All right. I guess we won't do Scott Minder's engineer. We'll discuss secondary road matters.
Ethan did give a report that they'd been out Sunday all day,
I would
then
guess.
yesterday, and then they're out today again, and trying to keep up.
They had to go out Sunday and pull a couple of knuckleheads out of a snowdrift on, well, it's a vulgar road on the north side of town.
Yeah. So I don't know, when was the Forest City person supposed to start? He's not starting yet, is he? Jeremy?
Oh, I'm not sure.
I think that was still another week out or so.
Yeah.
So they were shorthanded.
Why Ethan's out. Well, he might have been out anyway.
Yeah.
I don't think they'd gone down the mill road at all. From what I couldn't see, either that or they did it early and it was already all drifted over again. 'Cause I couldn't see any evidence of the plow had been there.
I know they were out like during that break on Sunday when they could see.
There was a lot of snow. We don't get feet like New York, but we do when it gets all blown into where it's gonna be.
I don't know, do we know what we got?
I thought I heard that Buffalo had a foot.
How come they canceled school today?
Buffalo did?
Yeah, North Iowa.
Cancels. I think we had a little more snow up there than you had here.
Yeah, I think you did too, because we had half an inch of rain and ice, and then we had
Maybe that was the
4.5 of
maybe the ice on
snow.
the roads are part of it.
Mhm.
Well, no. I mean, all you gotta do is have a few snowflakes in the air and they're gonna be 2 hours late. So, but the mill road this morning, I doubt whether they'd gone out and done it yet then. I mean, it would have been, for a less than experienced bus driver, it probably would have been a challenge.
Mhm.
All right. Now, are we done with secondary roads?
Sure.
Yep.
Consider for approval liquor license for the barn. I will make a motion to approve the liquor license for the barn.
I'll second.
A motion from Gensel, a second from Smith to approve the liquor license for the barn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Open forum.
Nothing here.
Just that. All right, well, it ain't anywhere near 10 a.m. Move on to, oh no, that one. Discussion with possible action conservation land, but that was also one that,
Well, Carla gave me a report on that. Then down at Des Moines, they had a discussion on it. We can't make them sell anything. Last week we found out that, what was it, last, or 2 years ago, or last year's full fiscal year, we levied 69 cents per thousand for their budget. Well,
we only have
and
to,
to qualify for a $9,800 REAP grant, we only have to levy 22 cents minimum. So the only control we have over them is to limit how much they can spend.
Mhm.
So,
I'm sure some of this discussion was probably gonna be based on the meeting that was held yesterday as
Or there
well,
was one.
that we
Well, I
didn't have or
think
not.
we just wanted to discuss conservation land and what we can do, budgetary
Mhm.
control, and, we can't tell that board, they're autonomous, what to do with their land, but
didn't,
I would hope at some point they have to look at costs. I've been still working on that spreadsheet for 15 years of their budget, showing how it's escalated,
Mhm.
the cost to taxpayers.
Yeah.
At what cost should we be doing this for that purpose?
was it Kelsey that sent us an email on, basically saying the same thing?
Yeah,
Mhm.
and that might have been some of the, Carla told me that, and then I think she sent it.
Yeah. Maybe it was Carla sent, I can't remember who sent it. I mean, I'm all for conservation where it belongs.
Mhm.
But I hate taking productive farmland out of production for it.
Yeah, I don't know if the Conservation Board only meets on Mondays, if they're gonna postpone to next week, or,
Yeah, I asked him to, in just a text, to let us know when it was supposed changed to.
so whenever that meeting is, we'll have to try and post it, because I know at least two of us will be there.
Yeah, just let me know, or Carla, yeah.
So, just to clarify, the appointments are dictated
By us.
by us, though. So when a term is up,
We can change.
yeah, well, everything is governed by budgets, right?
And the budgets are
Everything.
being
I mean, it's just-
dictated from the state.
Exactly.
Same as elected officials, the only thing we have over their control is their budgets.
Mm-hmm. So other than what Kelsey sent us,
Can we,
And the information that on the levies, was there any other?
Well, Carla was gonna try and find them for years past too, but
Okay.
that's one of the discussions, we can go back to open forum for that, but basically they were telling us AI is a very useful tool for things like that. AI could locate those things if it's on digital. So save her time, but they've got to be careful.
So we should put this on the agenda again for next week, when
Oh, I don't know.
Carla's here, available, or?
I don't know that we need to. We just needed to discuss among us the information we received.
Mhm.
and then I suppose it needs to be discussed with their board, I guess.
Yeah, as soon as we find out when their next meeting is, we'll post that as well and have some discussion.
I guess the other thing would be, do we want to enlighten them what we know about their budgets? On their, on the agenda item for
I don't-
them?
you-
Or,
I think it would be helpful for discussion if they had information, because maybe they don't even realize.
Well, it would be nice for them to see the actual burden to the taxpayers.
Each department only sees their own budget and they forget about the rest of the
yeah,
departments and the rest of the county.
I received word down in Franklin County that they're actually gonna start, making their employees pay on their health insurance. So tides are turning a little bit, and they used to pay all the family.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they had great, but it's been going up so bad that it's all about budgets.
So 6 through 8 there, can we,
You can try and call Kelsey to see if she answers, if she wants to.
she did say whether, you know, that possibly she could be here next week if
Yeah.
we, what's the word?
Wanna table it?
We're gonna delay it till next week.
We're gonna table it until.
Table.
Table it, yeah, there, I can spit that out.
I think that makes the most sense. She hasn't answered my text, so
I'm sure it didn't go well,
Yeah, well,
but we still have what about, is number 6 her too?
I think so.
Okay.
She
So-
said she had a couple of
Updates.
items or
Okay,
whatever.
all right, so we should probably,
6 would be one and 7 and 8 would be the other.
so can we table it prior to the time it's supposed to be
I
on?
don't think so.
Okay.
We have to wait until 10 to table 10.
Oh, is
Because
there?
if somebody comes here.
Oh, to listen to it at 10 and we're not there?
or on the
Yes.
phone.
Right.
Well, I didn't bring a deck of cards.
You could do.
We have a
number-
few other things.
You could do number 10.
Yeah, but that ain't gonna take it till 10 o'clock.
At least you could be done.
Well, yeah, no, well, you see, if we would hurry up and if we could table it right away, then we would even break the last,
It's not
record.
about records.
Oh. All right, consider for approval county claims. Here, pass them here, I forgot to read them. I
You
got
could take-
distracted by
Yeah, you
snow.
could take the time now.
Are you in a hurry? No, I'm not in a hurry. We got till 10.
We'll go back to open forum. We'll find something to do.
I could probably try and remember all the things I learned down at Des Moines.
You could give us all sorts of information.
So these are claims.
Could have Kevin come in and give us a rundown of all the work.
But the elevator's getting to work out. somebody that goes up and down the stairs, going up and down the elevator.
Elevator, I thought about the local elevator.
Oh, no, alright, yeah.
That's the first
Yeah,
thing I
I'm sure
thought
they got
too,
some
is
plowing to
crane
do, but-
Yeah,
elevator.
no, yeah, they probably had most snow to move too. Except for they have better equipment to move it with. I wish I had one of them payloaders sometimes.
They sell them, Bill. They sell them.
That's why it's on my wish list. Yeah, I would really like to have one.
You wanna make the motion?
For the county claims?
Mhm.
Sure, I'll make the motion to approve the county claims.
I'll second it.
A motion from Smith and a second from Derby to approve the county claims, and we should have discussion right now, right?
Go line item through it.
What is Sector LLC?
That is something that the sheriffs use for, supplies.
Oh, alright. It was almost 11,000.
So it used to be Bob Barker,
I don't know that answer.
cause I remember
Oh,
Bob
yeah,
Barker.
Bob
remember?
Barker,
And
yeah.
Right?
He was
Stay-
their
always
I
CEO.
don't
remember-
remember what they bought from there and what they're getting from Sector.
Always remember to spay and neuter your pets.
I had all my paperwork ready for the closed session. Oh, and we have to be here at 11.
Yeah,
We do? Oh,
conference board.
conference board. Alright, I guess we could just as well vote on it. All in favor, say aye. Yeah.
I was hoping you'd dawdle enough to where I get a call for question
Yeah,
and force you to a vote.
yeah, there you go.
Go back to open forum.
Yeah, let's go to
Yeah,
open
go
forum.
back
I
to
wanna
open
hear
forum.
everything that Terry learned.
I'm trying to remember, they had the president of NACO there from Texas. He's a judge. I'm trying to figure out, you know, this guy has no legal experience or anything, but he's a judge down there. And he was very, very entertaining to listen to. He's
I've noticed.
talked about the difference between Texas and Iowa, the way we do things. It just seemed complicated down there.
I've noticed that almost everybody in the hierarchy of NACO is of one political affiliation.
I would put him on the conservative side.
And all the ones that I don't know if I've researched him or not, but all the ones that I see come up running,
And he's from a conservative state, so it's not from the big city.
there are chances, yeah.
But the one thing that did concern me at the ISAC general session was they put it up there, 3% raises and then no discussion. It just boom. Aye, everybody says no nays, nobody questioned it. It's like not much time to,
No discussion at all, or?
yeah.
Everybody else has already approved 3% raises in their budget, so they figure it's just right.
I would have thought all the talk about 2% at the legislature.
Oh, yeah.
They aren't doing anything with the property tax redo till after this week. Then it'll be hitting, because now this week the Senate has to deal with bills that were passed from the House, and the House has to deal with bills that were passed from the Senate. So that's their focus this week in the funnel. And then we talked about, I think it was, right after lunch, we had the AI discussion, and they had one on the panel where they had one county auditor there from Ringgold County. She talked about this one AI program she uses that really, there's only 2 in the auditor's office there. So it gets a little busy, but they don't have drainage. So That's a big thing. They're down in southern Iowa where I guess there is no
All natural
districts. And but then there was Joe Roney was there. He's the head guy at IT, and Eric Guth was there. He works for him. Eric's at the state level now. Joe and Eric were up there, going through how we need to probably set up AI committee, AI rules, and the ones that had passed AI standard operating procedures or whatever have not put them into their employee manual, which they thought probably would be a good idea, because if you're an employee and and you're not following the rules on AI, then it should be in the employee manual. So I don't know if.
Did somebody have one of theirs to share? What they've written for policy?
I'm sure through IT people we can get that.
Eric's working the election today, we could probably ask him.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who it was that.
Because we could get that to Carla and have her and Kelsey start going over that.
Yeah. I think it might have been Lynn County that was up on the stage. He was a IT person. He's the go-to guy for the IT. He knows the most about it, and so he's the one that talked about their policy. So that might be one we could get. Trying to think what else on that.
So there's a lot of different formats of AI.
Oh, yeah,
there's so many, because Myron just actually took advantage of these snow days and took some classes, some technical classes on AI, and
Maybe he should come in and teach us then.
he printed. You get certificates as you do it, and he printed his certificates. I'm like, all right, you want me to frame these, or what do you want me to do?
The one thing they
But it takes a lot of time. I mean,
Yeah, they were talking about how you could ask one question and you could ask it over and over again, and it's kind of like a kid, can we go now, can we go now? And they get to the point where they're almost human. They'll just give you a different answer just to shut you up or something. It's like you can get different answers every time you ask the question. And you can tweak it just a little bit, and then the answer completely changes, So it's
interesting how it prompts. It will prompt you. Once it produces something, it will then also prompt you to, do you want this to be this, or this,
And that Ringgold auditor, she was showing how one thing that, whether it's in the county's best interest or not, she used it on social media for their county page, that she had AI convert a picture into a cartoon. It's kind of cool the way they did that, but with the supervisors on there. And,
that's amazing. So if there's policy for a county on using AI, does everybody have to use the same?
No, they said for different purposes, you don't want to use the same AI. You want to get it approved by the IT department or the committee or whoever's in charge, but every AI has their specialties.
I can see that, yeah.
Like that, the developing a document might be one, and
or
and graphics might be another one.
Graphics, or
if it's a lot of financial stuff, it might be another one. So
I'm sure that we could take 15 years of budgets, scan them, ask a few questions, and we'd get some interesting answers.
Kind of like when you were going through last year, things that hadn't been used, this would just boom, go right through it and to look for budget cuts. You're just one step under AI.
She says that she's available by phone.
It's up to you guys.
They could
So
get educated on what's going on.
there's more coming here.
Is she gonna call in or
Well, we'll have to stop that and do a direct call.
have her
Close
just
the
call in
meeting.
on one of our phones?
If that's what we're gonna do, so.
Would she prefer to table it or do it over the
Call her
phone?
and ask her what she'd like to do.
Yeah, that's true. You want me to call her?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a break quick.
I found a page 1 of going into closed session, but I thought there was a page 2.
Well, I think it's just two sides, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I couldn't find it in the drawer again. It's missing.
You looked in this drawer?
Mhm.
It was
Oh,
there.
maybe I put it in here. Did you gentlemen have to fight the weather to get here today?
I fought the weather on Sunday,
Sunday?
and then a variety of things were canceled this year, of course. And then, I did come over today. I was actually telling, Ryan that there was a big difference in the roads from the, Winnebago County line.
Hmm.
And almost all the way over from Cerro Gordo and Houston City was, 50 yards of pavement that was dry, 300 yards of solid ice.
Hmm.
No, and the snow on the shoulder, pretty thick, and driveways to the bottom and stuff. When I hit the Winnebago County line, immediately got dry pavement. It was patches of ice,
Mhm.
little ones. The shoulders were plowed, driveways were plowed. Pretty big difference.
Yeah.
I mean, I went from driving about 30 miles an hour to driving pretty normal.
Speed limit.
Not too fast, but pretty normal.
Good to know. We can always, I live kind of close to the Minnesota line and I can always tell too.
My sister and brother-in-law had to go to Humboldt yesterday to pick up
Ooh.
Sam and Kelsey's kids, and they got onto the four-city Bancroft as soon as they got to Kasuth County and went to 100% snow and ice covered.
Yikes.
But I told them, I said, but that's one of the ways we can cut our budget. We could have them not lower the blades to the pavement and wear them out.
I asked Matt if he wanted to drop everything and come and give us a report. He says, well, I could, but
I don't wanna.
it might be more efficient if we didn't have them kind of. So what did we find out?
Oh, I haven't called her yet. We got,
I just sent her another text that just said, Bill will give you a call. So she'll be expecting it anyway. And if she just wants to table everything till next week, I'm fine with that.
I don't think it's gonna make a big difference. sat on it this long.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking for a number and somehow I managed to go right by it. Why is it you see every other email or whatever you're looking for except for the one you're looking for?
That's the reason I got married, so my wife can find it for me.
Is that right?
I can stare right at it and I can't see it.
Boy, I can see I didn't marry right.
I'm sure she's listening.
You know,
Might as well just grab flowers on the way home.
they may be because they were gonna watch and see how close it, because my daughter Mackenzie is down from north of the cities and there's an eye doctor appointment this afternoon in Mason and one's got to pick up her new glasses and they wanted me to go with. There's gonna be no Sally's for me today.
Unless it was in between 10 and 11.
Yeah. Well, they wanted to go.
Oh. They wanted you to buy.
Yeah.
Yep.
They like going to Kinsey loves going to the Chinese in Mason City because they have really good salmon.
You gotta take Sandy.
Where at?
Chinese buffet in Mason City.
Oh,
Take Sandy with.
She
Hi,
loves
you've reached
Chinese.
Kelsey Bacon. I cannot come to the phone right now. Please leave your name, number, and a short message, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. If this is work-related and you need to get in touch with me right away, please try texting or emailing me. Thanks.
Should we just table everything till next week?
yeah,
Well, we have to wait till 11 to table it though.
No, 10.
10.
Was that under at 10?
The 11 o'clock is.
Oh
the
yeah,
conference board.
that's a conference board.
We
Yeah.
can't table that.
So we gotta wait
Half an hour.
28 minutes yet.
If we hadn't already approved the minutes in the agenda, we could have
Could we
changed.
have switched it? I don't think you can switch it. Because the people that saw the minutes and agenda last night might be
Would have
tuning
seen
in
at
at
10 o'clock.
10. And then they'll get there again and then there'll be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
Well, we can't have that.
Yeah. Oh, there she is. Oh. Yeah, how's the weary traveler? Yeah. But, is everything that you had on here, is it okay just to table it, or do you wanna try and handle it over the phone, or? No, we're already twiddling our thumbs. Yeah, but we have an 11 o'clock meeting anyway, so we're not going anywhere anyhow, so, yeah. All right, about 10:15 then. All right, thank you. Yeah, bye. She'll be here about 10:15.
So she won't be here for the 10 o'clock discussion.
We'll open up the 10 o'clock discussion and then twiddle our thumbs until she gets here.
That works.
If the room's crowded, then they can get it all aired out. And
Yeah.
Where does that board go? When I came in this morning, there was a,
That's the one with the pictures on the other side, isn't it? Or they used to be? I thought I saw one like that.
there was a nail gun and nails on the desk here this morning that, like a brad nailer.
yeah.
I can't tell if that's a date or not.
Maybe it goes out there, huh?
6 of 18.
1918.
Oh,
Let's go somewhere.
Probably came out of that room for the stairway.
is that where it was?
Oh,
It looks like.
because
some
there was a
woodwork.
nailer sitting on here. I put it out in the hallway.
Just curious if you've been working on that one.
He's working on the stairs to go upstairs.
It's locked.
Keep this riffraff out. Oh, is that in there?
So the election for council person in Forest City is today. And there's 3 people running for one position. And it's a 4-year position.
I would think 4.
But I don't know what's left of this one. 'Cause I think it was-
Yeah, he vacated it to take another position.
Oh, yeah, so there's 2, I think there's just 2 left, 2 years left of this one that they're running for. Mhm. And the gentleman that vacated the position has a 4-year then.
I don't know why he went to a different.
I wonder if he wasn't in one of the quads or quadrants or whatever, and he took an at-large.
But the one that's open is at large,
Okay,
so I don't know.
unless he decided to go not at large.
So there's 2 elections though, one in Forest City that belongs to Hancock County and one that Forest City
So theirs is in,
Miller.
Miller, yep.
Everything's on this page.
Is it? We should laminate that and put it in the drawer.
I'll make sure that it's the right one, and then I can do that.
That'd be great. Because then we maybe wouldn't get it shuffled in our papers and end up taking them home or, I thought for sure I had one in my stash, but
Maybe they had a 2-page one that was in bigger print for us old people.
maybe. Yep, I'll take advantage of the break.
Is Carla working today then?
No, she's home ill.
Yeah, I knew she was ill, but I didn't know because of the election if she would have come in or not.
They told her to stay home.
I suppose that's why, our IT guy is there, is because Carla's not around, or he would have been there anyway.
Brody's here,
I thought you said he was working the election today.
Eric Booth is,
Oh, Eric Goof is working the election today. Why is that?
because he lives in town and he's available to work.
Oh, is that right?
He's worked them before.
I'll be there.
Yeah, Joel was telling me that they'd been working on Eric to go to this state IT and for quite a while. Finally convinced him to go.
I suppose they like the political pull
You know,
that comes with it.
It's funny, we had our Wednesday night legislative thing at the Hilton and walk in and there's Eric and Dennis and his wife. And of course, one of the governor candidates came in and worked the room too. Didn't seem real popular.
Oh, yeah, which one was that?
The tall one.
Oh, yeah?
He had to, nobody came running to him, let's put it that way.
You know, it doesn't matter. He don't need it. I'm surprised he showed up at all. He's gonna have all the money to do all the advertising, so.
Yeah.
Gotta come up with a name for that, like Rhino Bucks or something like that. Rhino Rewards.
Trying to remember. I'll wait for Susan to get back. IT put it out there. They have another thing that could offer to the counties. So I was talking to Snyder with Beacon, and to see if get an update from them if they'd figured out where the holdup would be to get our pie chart where your tax distribution goes, get it correct for the TIF districts. He kind of looks at me and he goes, you know, I guess I left a message for the auditor, but never didn't hear back, but I should have got back to her again. And I said, well, she was off on vacation, so she might have lost it in the meantime, so he was going to try and get back to her. He's thinking there's got to be some way to do it, so. And then an IT person came up while we were standing there. And we were talking about GIS. You know, years ago we gave the assessor an extra $10,000 to do our GIS. And it's just kind of in the budget all the time now. That it's just part of her salary. But the IT person said that they could do it for X amount of dollars. So like Franklin County pays $70,000 to their IT person plus benefits, so might as well just figure $100,000 it costs them. And it's just that's all they do is the GIS.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what was it? I think it was 15 or 20,000 that IT would come in and just do it. And then they also offered that because you know some of the counties, you know, people like Brody can be really busy or want to take time off, that for a certain amount they could offer their staff as a backup, as a tech for him.
Did a lot of things go kind of haywire with the power being off? Is that why Brody's putting out fires today, or?
The phones, something happened to the phones when I got in yesterday. You couldn't call out.
Hmm.
WCTA came and fixed it all, so I don't know if that had anything to do with the power or not.
So you
So we
got
all had to unplug our phones and plug them back in.
Okay.
just the courthouse or the whole city of Forest City, or?
I don't think the whole city was out.
Hmm.
I know Westgate, we were out for a couple hours.
Yeah.
Talked to a guy from Lake Mills that said he tried to use his internet and it wouldn't work, so he went to his router and it was red. Like he didn't have time at that point to go back and check and reset it or anything, but
Maybe that's what was our problem too. At home.
I don't remember the power going out at all, unless it maybe flashed out for a little bit in the middle of the night when I was sleeping. No, the clocks weren't flashing.
about noon when I was going home yesterday, plowing in town, I'm looking at past Garrett Anderson's wires were just
Oh yeah,
bouncing like
hopping.
you wouldn't believe, and then it got closer to my place and they were doing it again there, and I'm
I
going,
mean,
I had the generator sitting in the garage ready to go because I'd already started it once just to make sure.
evidently that ice doesn't form on them perfectly, and creates a little bit of a
Aerodynamic.
aerodynamic. Because they get ice on them, they just start hopping. And
So is there any way that when it's windy like that, the turbine people can like slow them down to keep the wind from going too fast?
Well, I mean, turbines in general will protect themselves from weight and shear winds and things of that nature, right? So, I mean, I work a lot down in what's considered coastal down around Corpus Christi, Texas, right? So they get wind that literally goes, I mean, the rain will go sideways, and then it goes out into the Gulf and it gains speed and it'll come back. And so you will get borderline hurricane type winds on a regular day, sometimes for an hour, sometimes for two, but they don't, it's not that big of a deal. So it's almost like you guys' duration per se, but it's not a long time. So those turbines will turn themselves out of the wind, or they will say yaw, meaning it's going to go back and forth, and they'll go out of the wind and feather their blades. And basically, what they do is they try to become as skinny as they possibly can be, and that's why you don't see those catastrophic situations when we get a derecho or you get a tornado level wind, is because the turbines know to the computers and PUCs and things of that nature. They know how to attempt to get skinny.
So you're saying that you can't control the wind?
Well, no, we can't control.
He was being a smart ass when he asked you
I
that
like to
question.
really
Oh,
ask
yeah, he wants you to turn them things into the wind and blow it back against it. Those
Or
great
try
big
to
fans.
absorb more of it?
Yes, we can control them from a remote center. We can control them as technicians, you can control them as operators of it, and you can control them that way. And some people, you can control them from your house if you have your computer up and running and you're into the platform.
I was-
But no, I cannot. Sorry, I must have missed that part. No, we're not on that level with God yet.
Yeah, I can relate to that. I'm not quite a god, but I am a hell of a lot more than just a man. So.
There you go. I have heard the phrase.
I better slide over. Your head's getting really big.
Godlike.
I'm not a god,
Taking up
but I am
space.
godlike.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Sorry, Jerry, I really must have missed that. I thought you were actually asking me a question.
Well, no.
I guess I was too straight faced.
It was all information.
You didn't realize that he has this funny bone in him that he thinks he needs to put out there every now and then. It's not serious like Susan and I always
Pull me
are.
right in.
I just don't fit in, do I?
Yeah. Oh, no, I've talked to guys that, one of them, and I just had a conversation with, he's a Hardin County Supervisor. He swears that those turbines affect our weather.
In an adverse or friendly?
Well,
Positive.
he,
You're a salesman, aren't you?
yeah. He says that the violent weather is worse since the turbines have been up.
Documentation on
I'm guessing not.
that. If you see some, let me know.
You can skew any documentation.
You can feed any documentation into AI and ask it to make it sound this way or folksy or professional. I mean, you can make it do anything. That's the scary part.
One thing Scott was talking to Beacon about was they were looking at electronic permitting through Beacon. So like for oversized loads, they could just go on our site and there'd be a place to get permitting to.
It's amazing.
That's stuff that Scott shared with me last week, that topographical layer
Oh, yeah.
was really helpful.
And
You
is
could-
that the ISU ortho site? Yeah.
And you can choose your increments, whether it's a foot or 2 foot or.
factory or not.
I think the one that we used was 2020, and it's a ISU one. So have you heard, was anybody stranded at the conservation center or
Just,
casino?
the only incident I heard about was Sunday night. Sunday night, there was a truck rollover, I think north of Thompson,
Hmm.
off the curve. Is the address. They just said it 450th and 100.
Like a
The
pickup
fire
truck
department
kind of
had to
thing?
go out and help get the guy out of it. It was a semi.
Semi.
Where was that at?
I
North
think
of
that curve
Thompson.
north of Thompson.
Yeah, all right, that's what
My guess.
I saw a picture of it somebody took, and I'm like, I think that's at the curve by Thompson. Which always has issues when there's a nice northwest wind.
The scanner said it'd be 450th and 100s, which would be that corner
Yeah,
north
yeah.
of that.
Mhm.
Is Heartland in their building out there yet? Are they
Partially.
operational or?
Well,
Not the office.
Last night I saw, two tow trucks, big semi tow trucks from the same company go through Buffalo. And in front of them was a pickup with a fifth wheel trailer on it with a great big skid loader, with the same name on it. I was thinking, I bet they're going over there to tip that truck back up.
Mhm. Was the guy hurt or anything, or couldn't you?
I think he just couldn't get out.
Yeah, he would had to have climbed up to his driver's door. It was tipped over on the passenger side.
But I think even that was ajar. They couldn't.
Yeah, no, maybe he might have been able to get it open. Good thing it wasn't
Did
on
you tell,
fire.
was there a load on?
It was a van box. You couldn't tell whether it was
Oh.
loaded or not.
Well, he was having a worse day than all the rest of us then. We just stayed.
Yeah, I just stayed home. I didn't.
We even told TJ, don't even attempt to move the snow until it stops.
Well, I thought about going up, not knowing how much we were going to get that afternoon again. I thought about Sunday while it was kind of nice out. I was going to go up and do one layer, you know, but
Because
that
then it
actually,
got so cold.
yeah, but then it actually plowed pretty good in the parking lot yesterday, so it wasn't bad. My snow blower I used on some of the sidewalks, it got a layer of ice on it. Just this, you're scooping and there's that slush on the bottom.
Mhm. You just get that kind of whiteout where you can't even really tell what's a drift and what's not. So bright.
Okay, see if I can find the layers here. It's so small. One of the things I talked to Beacon about was what would it cost to put another layer on there if somebody's looking for rental property.
Mm.
Click on that tab and then you just have like yellow icons or something on there that would, doesn't give you any information who to contact, just where they are.
That doesn't really help if you don't know who to contact.
Well, you start asking them, You know, if you want to, you can go on our site and look at the parcel, who the contact is for that pays the taxes, you know, what address and
But
things like
yeah,
that.
there won't be a phone number or anything, or an email address.
If you research enough, you can usually find enough information that there we go. Now I got it bigger. I've got contours on, but it's not working.
Drive safe.
As long as I'm in Winnebago County, I'm pretty safe.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, just don't leave.
that's good to hear.
30 miles.
Yeah, it's
Good to hear. Good to know.
I made it to Buffalo Center and Lake Mills yesterday evening without, I think the DOT was out there with some snow eater getting it from the north side of the road to limit like the blowing, but I made it all around. I have not seen since Buffalo Center like the piles of snow like really tall, like in intersections. Boone used to do that when I was growing up. We would just have like one lane, and then they would create these huge piles.
Yep.
Couldn't figure out how to get into school though. Or I got into school, but how to get to where they were holding the school board meeting was, I couldn't figure out which door, and so I just kind of gave up. And it was hard to get around because they were with big, they're snow movers with the big scoop, and they had like these, it was hard to get around to the school. And so
Which school was that?
North Iowa.
Yeah.
Oh.
Payloaders were out there.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was the city payloaders.
yeah, they pile it up all over and then they come and load it onto trucks and haul it off.
With the next 10 days being as warm as they're gonna be, it's like, you know what? Leave the snow where it sits. I'm not scooping my front walk. It'll be just fine. I'll wait till Saturday. we go.
Bell ring. And the crowd flocks in.
So this-
Okay, number 6, 10 a.m., discussion with possible action zoning issues. And, we are gonna wait for another 15 to 20 minutes until the county attorney shows up to further discuss it.
In person.
In the meantime, I am gonna sing for everybody.
Let me shut everything off quick.
Yeah, no, I'll guarantee you, they'll be off the phone line in a hurry.
I'm on the line too, so waiting for you to sing, Bill.
Oh, is that right? Yeah. A good rendition of "Oh, What a Beautiful Morning." Or my kid's favorite, sing "Found a Peanut" to him in the car and annoy the heck out of him.
So we probably won't, unless somebody comes in, we probably won't have much discussion until the county attorney gets here then.
No, I would guess not.
And she estimated 10:15.
Yes.
Okay.
But I added another 5 minutes just in case.
With all the construction going on, people are just wandering. You can just, they can't find anything.
What to do.
Yeah,
That bottleneck between the scaffold and the plastic.
yep.
They're very quick.
Mm-hmm.
I was asking him about his house in Lake Mills that he's building
Oh,
there along the
I
highway.
was too. Poor guy got inundated, huh? It looks cute.
Yeah, I like the character of it. It's,
Mhm.
he said they didn't get the forms in for the connection to the garage earlier on, and so they have to wait for it to warm
Oh,
up. a
so
little.
it will be connected eventually. Oh,
That's why
good.
that part of the roof wasn't. There's that rafter sitting there.
So did he tell you that that's who it was?
That's one that's always owned it, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, it hasn't changed hands.
Oh.
At least when I looked on Beacon, that's what it showed. I was listening to a talk show this morning, and they were talking about elderly people that are trying to sell their townhouses or large houses that they no longer fit in because they have to go upstairs to go to bed and stuff. And they said one possibility for them to have a better market is to actually finance the person buying it, because they can get better interest from that mortgage than they can at the bank.
That's interesting concept. We have some family that are having a hard time selling our house, and they already bought another one. That's their last one, but that would certainly make
You know,
some
an
sense
elderly
for
person that
somebody
just
like
wants
that.
to get into an apartment or something, they don't have to finance another one, so they have that capital they can
Mhm.
loan out. But
What kind of interest could you get on
buying
something
another
like that?
one, then you have to, possibly tie your money up in that.
So it's not really a contract to,
No, it's an actual mortgage.
yeah.
I think that's how Paul McChristiansen always did. He was just always a contract to buy.
Mhm.
Person did a lot of them.
Mhm.
I don't know if he ever got ahead on it or not. He had a lot of property.
Well, there's some new legislation right now, I think it just got passed, didn't it, for home buyers to make it easier for,
You talking about federally?
mhm.
No, it's kinda on the back burner right now because of everything else.
Oh,
Heard that this morning.
oh. Because there's quite a disturbing trend going on that nobody buys anymore. They all rent, you know? I mean, they're building whole developments of houses, but you can't buy one. You can rent it, but you
Well,
can't
that's
buy
where
it.
these elderly people are, you know, if the person can't get a mortgage, they can get a mortgage from them.
Mhm.
They have,
That's curious. I'm gonna look, I mean, did it actually, was it called something? I mean, did they
no,
just,
but the moderator of the broadcast said, hey, we should have a website, you know, that
Mhm.
somebody can go to, or Facebook page or whatever it says.
yeah, here's an option. Yeah, for some reason we were just looking at, there was a little house in Clear Lake and we were just curious of what it was gonna rent for, little house. And it was like 2,200. You know, what,
On the lake or?
go buy a house. No, it wasn't, I mean, the location wasn't bad, but it was not on the, it wasn't, it was, I would call it right in the middle, probably, you know?
Walking distance to downtown then?
That's a lot of rent for a little house. It did have a attached garage.
I mean, that's on an annual lease then?
I didn't look in it that far. It was just kind of, you know, house for rent. And then I was just curious.
I haven't been on the state website lately. They have a rent site that you can go to and see what's available, and it actually has, you know, prices listed and on a map. And
We know a guy that in the summertime, he VRBOs, Airbnbs his house that's right in Clear Lake, a nice location. But he moves out in the summer and moves into his folks' basement. He rents his house out. Makes a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then it's occupied in the wintertime.
Unless you get some idiot in there.
you gotta have things in place to cover yourself.
If you go with VRBO or Airbnb, they cover that stuff, and they do all the paying of the taxes to the motel, hotel stuff, and they just take it all out of there. Then you're covered with damages and $1 million liability and. Sometimes I think if you have them expensive enough, you don't get any riffraff, you know?
No, I've been, my tips been bothered. It's getting better, but sometimes when I sit down, it will, well, I'll just sit down and, it comes out of, I don't, actually, I think it's a tendon that gets hooked on up. And then when I stand back up, I can't feel it when it goes one way, but when I stand back up and try to walk, the pain's excruciating when it pops back over. Yeah, I really enjoy it.
Did I tell you? So, this is one of the security cameras from the, farm. And it keeps sending me, or maybe I already told you this, it keeps sending me things that a person has been noticed,
Here's some pictures.
This is TJ's ice house.
Oh my gosh, so it sees a picture of
It sees
a person.
It sees the, Vikings players on his ice house. It's like
Somebody's there.
It's like, please don't park that where the security cameras.
Right,
Keep-
did you turn it around?
Yeah. Well, he's got some on the other side too, so.
Nobody else is gonna do it. I didn't have anything to do.
Did he sign the barn one too already? You got it. You can set those security cameras so that it will pick up on different things like pets or
Yeah.
people or vehicles or
You can exclude if you want.
exclude certain things. Otherwise, it turns on every time the cat walks across.
My problem at the school was the raccoons
Ooh,
at night.
Myron built a owl house and we hung it up.
Who?
Myron.
Who?
Who? Oh, come off it. And so we put this owl house up. And the other day we saw some action in there, and the squirrels in the past have had their babies up in there.
Yeah.
And then you get these 3 little squirrels looking out. Well, this time it was a giant raccoon face looking out of there. And you can see the back of his fur. He's just snuggled in.
We were gonna build a tree house at our place this year,
Oh, fun.
but I think we're gonna wait a year or two because that 1-year-old Bodie's climbing way too much in the house, and we know he'll get in trouble in a tree house.
Mm-hmm.
He has no fear. He just,
Laura's little 10-month-old already climbs all the way up the stairs too. Scary.
Getting to be nap time.
took a Tylenol type product last night with PM and slept much better.
Is that right? I slept good last night. Well, other than the fact I wasted the first hour and a half of sleep falling asleep in the chair with my daughter's dog in my lap. And he's not little either.
What kind of dog is it?
I think it's a Springer Spaniel.
Oh. Cool.
That dog can run and jump. When I let him out, when I let him out this morning, he'll jump over the other 2 dogs to get outside first. And then he just leaps, clears the lower part of the deck and both sets of stairs. There's 2 steps and another 3 steps off to the yard. He's out diving through the snow and running. He's got more miles in the first, before my dogs even get off the deck. And then,
So this is Maynard. He's 110 pounds.
oh, is that right?
And he's so fluffy and furry that
Yeah.
he doesn't care if he comes back in and it's
Yeah.
5 below. It's like, come play with me. Great big giant golden retriever. Yeah,
Like golden retriever that weighs 110.
he's big boy.
Yeah.
But he's one that has like all the fringe, you know, and the big mane. It's fun.
My dog Barry's mother was a Saint Bernard and his daddy was a traveling man. But from what he looks like, my guess is that the father was probably an Akita,
Fluffy.
and he was 150 pounds.
When you were talking about letting the dog out, I was thinking, well, how do you control that? Do you have an electronic collar or something? It's like, I started thinking about down at Des Moines, we were talking about one of these products that I think my son-in-law works with in investments, you know, where you can have a geofence for cattle.
Mm-hmm.
And they all have a collar,
Hmm.
and you could be remote, and you can set the fence here. It's actually not a fence, it's just set the fence here, and then if you want to work them towards corralling them, you just slowly move the fence closer and closer, so when you get home, they're right there where you want them. And
Oh, is that right?
It's kind of cool. So what's it do?
Is that satellite
Beep or
operated then?
Beep or
Or-
shock them?
I think so.
Must have some fair
Beep or
expense.
shock them?
I think in the first stage, it's probably a stronger shock, but after that, it's just a light one, so it just kind of guides them humanely.
Yeah, I got shock collars on 2 of them, but I never need them. Aaron's dog, I babysat that one a week ago, and he's also a Springer Spaniel. Tiara's dog and Aaron's dog and Mackenzie's dogs are all brothers from different litters. And Aaron's dog, he's a little bigger. He isn't quite as fast as Stanley, but now him I had to, the beeping wasn't good enough. He's getting too close over to the neighbors. He ran over in the neighbors' front yards where I couldn't see him. And he wasn't coming back, so then I had to put my dog shock collar on him. And then I never had to shock him. Vibration was enough. But Stanley doesn't, for whatever reason, he doesn't. He just circles my house like it's a racetrack.
The only collar we ever had on Maynard was one, it was like a GPS one where it would just alert us if he was close to the road or out of the area or whatever.
I've got one that, like, if they get 90 feet away from the box that sends out the signal or whatever, it'll start to beep, and then it'll just vibrate, and then it'll shock them. But my dog Buddy, he figured out that if he just took off running,
Get past it?
yeah, one big yell, and then that's only one shock, and then he's off, and then he doesn't want to come back home. 'Cause it's
TJ
gonna
would
hurt.
never let me
Yeah,
put
yeah.
a shock collar on the dogs ever. It's fine to have GPS, but not.
Well, I think this product, it actually will let them back in without shocking them.
And maybe it would. I can't remember. It seems like he did come back. So, yeah.
You see these people who have chickens and chicken houses, it automatically opens the door for them in the mornings that lets them out, and then and they learn, somehow, I don't know.
Gerald Moss built a thing like that, and he was an electrician too. And, I mean, automatic feeders, everything. I mean, it just.
But they suppose they just know that they have to be there at a certain time or they're gonna get locked out. I don't know how it works, I guess. Kinda cool.
Get locked outside with the fox.
Coyotes. Well, my coffee's gone.
So is mine.
You must have had a flavored coffee this time, though. Did you have flavor?
It's a mushroom coffee,
Mm.
but I put flavor in it. Little creamer and one caramel.
Sure.
I thought it
Just drop
smelled good.
caramel in the bottom and with vanilla in it.
I've looked at that
That's a
mushroom
good idea.
coffee before. I've never bought any.
My wife uses the Rise Instant one. I like brewing mushroom coffee. It's simpler.
This, we have a little dog too, a little tiny Shih Tzu, and she somehow got where she wasn't supposed to, and she stepped on a sticky mouse trap,
Oh, wow.
and it was
Yeah,
hilarious. She was
Yeah.
going through the whole shed, walking with this mouse trap on her foot.
yeah. And sometimes they won't even put their foot down there, so they limp. But,
Oh, that was funny.
We should try to put her nose down to it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Or the other foot too. I got it off of her without too much yelping.
Be like
But of course I had to videotape it and it was hilarious.
like the farmer from that got caught in the corn head. By the time he was done, he had 1 foot and 2 hands in it.
Yikes.
International Harvester got sued because somebody got in one of their corn heads years ago, and been back in the 80s. And the lawyer for the guy that was suing him is up there, and he's pointing out the corn, and the gathering chains and all that, and how dangerous it is. And the man evidently had a law degree, so he must be relatively intelligent. He says, if they would put a bar right across here in each one of these areas, people couldn't get up in there as easy. Then the International Harvester said, I actually talked to the engineer that was on the stand, because he was telling us this at one of our combine schools out in Chicago. And he goes, I had to look at the guy, and I go, yeah, but sir, then neither could the corn. We just will go out there and mow it over with lawnmower or with stock choppers. And he said, it's just like,
You do really wonder when you're working on that equipment, you really do sometimes wonder who in the world engineered that to have to, take all of this off to get back in here. And
the same engineer, he goes, because the International had a lot of trouble with their 900 corn heads. They had probably hundreds of millions of dollars worth of updates on them because they. But the engineer that was there, he actually designed their corn heads. He says, we build those things to last. He says, and then they bring in the team of cost engineers, and they start cutting the corners to make things more profitable. He says, by the time they're done, he says, what we've done maybe doesn't exist anymore. Yeah. He just hated
Didn't see
that.
that.
So they have a thing in the world called cost engineers, I guess.
I was looking at Omaha map the other day. We got to possibly go down there for a baseball game. Looking for hotels, and I noticed there was a Kloss plant down there where they assemble Kloss combines.
Yeah, is that right?
Guessing they build all the parts overseas and then ship them here for assembly.
Is that German, Klaus?
Possibly.
I can't remember. Or is it Italian? I can't remember. I used to know these things.
So John Deere tractors are still made in Germany, a certain number of them.
Yeah, some of the
But I
smaller ones, I think, isn't it?
I think they
Kind of
are.
ordered
I think they are working on trying to bring them back because of the tariffs and
Yeah.
stuff.
They couldn't say when they could get this one done, like, might be July, and he ordered it in January, because it was coming from Germany.
What model is that then? What series?
Is there a 500
No, the 5 Series.
M?
When we were
Utility
buying
tractor.
when we were buying John Deere tractors for groomers, and we were trying to make sure they were American made, they wouldn't guarantee they're American made. None of their tractors, they wouldn't guarantee that they're American made.
That's something.
But
really?
the back then, like the 5 and 6 series were all German.
The utility tractor that we have out at the farm right now doesn't have a cab, and so this one will replace that one. If you know of anybody who wants a cute little utility tractor with a loader.
See, Mike Matthews this winter had gotten a nice little John Deere with a blower and a loader and with a cab.
Yeah.
I think that was probably,
You know, we have a skid loader that we move
I think that was a
snow with and
4
stuff,
series.
but it also is not heated, you know.
I got
It helps though.
The drift in front of my shop was probably a good chest deep all the way. And it's really hard to shave away at that with a blade. And then my brother-in-law drove by on his way to get Sam's kids. And he called me, he goes, Josiah's just down at his place with Sam's big skid loader. And says, you know what?
There you go.
So
It's who you know.
I'd already moved a lot of it. But my blade is exactly the same width as the pickup. The running board on the right side is now gone.
Yeah.
But, you know, in order to shave away on it, you can hear the snow just scrunching when it's that deep, scrunching along the side of the pickup.
Like my pickup when it's, you know, rusting away and I get pushed to one side. You know, I have wider blade, but it'll push it to one side sometimes and it'll start ripping apart the truck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got,
We called one of our trucks like that the tetanus mobile, because if you climbed out of the door,
you're gonna,
watch
with
out,
shorts
watch
on.
out for your backs of your legs.
Yeah. Yeah, if that blade was just 6 inches wider, 3 inches on both sides, it would be enough. I guess it still works, but. And I was amazed that that running board stayed on there as long as it was. It got all busted loose. I just bent it down. It had the flares on it, you know, the fender flares or whatever. It's an aftermarket. And I just would take it and tuck it up inside the fender because it used to be attached, but then well, Kenny Kuchenbecker was removing trees at Sam's and he got a little carried away with his backhoe and it hit that pickup.
No.
It messed the hood up and that fender and my radio antenna was at a 90-degree angle. But and he goes, well, I suppose you want to turn in a claim. I go, nah, it'll still work. It's an ugly pickup. It's just a little uglier now.
I can't pull anything with my pickup, that old one, because what the hitch is attached to is all rusted
Rusted
out.
out.
Oh, the frame is rusted out?
Yeah, in the back. Yeah, the tube's going like this. Yeah, they're all rusted out. So it was like this, and then when I hooked onto it to pull it out backward, it just kind of
Yeah.
about ready to fall off.
We saw something on our trip. We were following a truck, and the end was so rusted out that the license plate was mounted way up,
Tailgate?
way up on the tailgate, like high.
No, that old pickup I'm driving now, I had the whole tube and everything was rusted out. I put a new bumper in and a new tube on it. Otherwise I wouldn't be able to pull anything with that either.
Yeah, I need to pull the bed off and just start redoing things.
We kind of looked at that for one of our trucks, is taking the bed off and getting a flat bed, but those aren't cheap either.
No, I've been looking and looking and looking even for a steel one.
Mm-hmm. They're expensive, aren't they?
Yeah.
And then you wonder if you even want to put that much in some of these old trucks.
I don't know, my diesel, I think could probably hold its value.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's Kelsey.
Yeah,
Hanging
that
here.
sounded like her voice,
Okay, we're gonna have to stop what we're doing and
Hi, Kelsey.
allow her to be a part of it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
You must not be feeling good still. Strep throat. Yeah, that's what she said.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Keep that.
Best to stay on her green acres.
All right, well, 10 a.m. we opened up the discussion with the caveat that we were going to sit here and wait for you.
Should we see if,
Is that the zoning?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is Matt?
he's
He
on the
was.
phone, he was.
Okay.
Matt, are you still on the phone?
Yep, I'm here.
All right.
Okay, 10 a.m. discussion with possible action, zoning issues at 10:30.
So I believe you guys put this on the agenda for an update on Benny's
Yeah.
property, right? So I'm actually gonna defer to Matt on that because, so we met with Benny and his attorney. I don't even remember when that was, Matt. It was a long time ago. Last summer.
Yeah, October.
Oh, October.
I think we originally met with him last summer and then,
Oh, yes, yes.
right, yeah. And then he filed the paperwork that, Matt had advised him to, and then I don't know where it went from there, I guess.
Yep, we had a meeting, a Board of Adjustment meeting to discuss that, and, that was on October 23rd. That's where, they came and presented what they were looking at doing, and my board, basically approved the application for the use and a fence. And, in my minutes, what I was working on is getting with his attorney and Benny to figure out what kind of fence and what that's gonna look like. And I've reached out to the attorney, and I think we're gonna try to meet here in the next week or two to try to figure out, as spring comes along, how that's gonna get taken care of. So I can keep you updated as that happens too.
And one of the things that I was at that adjustment board meeting, and one of the things that was discussed was the setback from the stop sign to make sure he's not getting too far north to block vision, right?
Yep. Yeah. Site visibility, and then what type of fence and what that's gonna look like at heights. So.
And I know originally Secondary Roads had some concerns about the fence that he was constructing. I don't know if that was addressed at that Board of Adjustment.
Slightly in the right of way, they thought, wasn't it?
Well, I think it was more, they were
And then a
concerned
drifting issue.
about drifting and whatnot. So I'm not sure,
'Cause if
I
it-
just wanna make sure that's being
If
Yep.
it's outside of the right of way, they really can't say anything about
No,
the drifting issue,
no.
can they?
But if there's two fences, I would think the first one would be helpful for the second one to keep it from drifting beyond that, but when you get to that point, it might be different.
Sure. So I assume those are things though that you guys are considering, Matt, when you work with him.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
to figure that out.
And you may,
Yeah.
one of the last words we heard from Benny at the end of his presentation, it seemed like he mentioned something to the effect, well, not even sure if it's all gonna go forward anyways, I'm just gonna drive truck. So, we'll see if he's doing that or if
Right.
he's,
That was at the Board of Adjustment meeting?
yeah,
Oh, okay,
it was more of a mumble, I think, from him.
okay.
So he may be deviating from that. I just wanna make sure he doesn't make a mess out there and never gets cleaned up, cause he's off driving truck.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, I think that's at least moving along, more so than it has in the past anyway,
Yeah.
so. And him getting an attorney has been helpful
Yes.
in getting paperwork and whatnot completed, so.
Whatever we can do to resurrect the town of Norman.
Yeah. All right, anything else for number 6? Sounds like we've heading in a direction again. We'll move on to number 7. Possible closed session to discuss strategy with counsel in matters that are presently in litigation or where litigation is imminent, where there is disclosure, where its disclosure would likely to prejudice or disadvantage the position of Winnebago County in such litigation. So that needs to go into closed session then, does it?